Hello everybody, and I hope you are enjoying a beautiful July day. For us, it's supposed to get about 98 or so. I'll just turn the camera around. I have this beautiful butterfly who's been hanging out in our yard all day today, and I've just been enjoying watching it and the other pollinators that have been flitting around this morning. It's been a great day, and I released a short Instagram clip of some of the top plants in my garden that the pollinators really love. I'm distracted by that cool butterfly. But I thought I'd walk you through and do something a little bit more in depth so that you understand what it is that is performing well in my garden that the pollinators really like. And there's been some surprises, I have to tell you. There's some things that I thought they'd be crawling all over, and they're like, eh. And there's some clear favorites. So let's take a look. Let me turn the camera around. So here I have yarrow. I have both this pretty pink purple variety and white. This is a popular one with the butterflies and the moths and the hovering flies. They really like that. Probably because it's easy for them to land on, and the stalks are not that strong. So, it's kind of wavy, and butterflies and hoverflies are pretty light, so they can land on there pretty easily. Gara is another one. I have this version here that's a first-year plant, so it's still quite small and just growing into it. And then I have another larger version back over there. I'll walk over in a minute. Gara's been quite popular, not only with the pollinators, but also with the aphids. I had quite a lot of aphids on that. Salvia. So this is the Rockin' Salvia purple from Proven Winners. This is a huge favorite. The hummingbirds, the carpenter bees, the bumblebees. This has been very popular, mostly with the hummingbirds. I get a lot of hummingbird action, but the carpenter bees, and there's one right there. What's funny about them is they like to bite through the flower tube at the very base of it, and I guess that's how they access the nectar. But yeah, they're really into the salvia. I don't see honeybees on this so much, but these big carpenter bees, they like it a lot. So this is a big winner in my pollinator garden. Also Veronica. I have this Veronica here. I'll try to get a little better out of the sun, so I'm not quite. There we go. This is really popular with the moths and the butterflies. They really like the Veronica. Another favorite. I have another Rockin' Salvia here that is quite popular with the pollinators and hummingbirds as well. And then a surprise that I don't see a lot of activity on is lantana. I thought lantana would be more popular than it is. Surprise. And also verbena. My verbena is like not attractive to the pollinators for whatever reason. They just don't seem to care too much about it. And I've noticed that no matter what the variety is, they're like, Status or sea lavender. This is a very popular plant with butterflies. The butterfly that I was chasing around this morning and trying to get good video of, they stopped here and took a nice drink. And then I have some more yarrow that people pollinators really seem to like. I've got a couple of these salvias here. This different variety of salvia is more like a bush perennial salvia. I thought they'd be more popular than they are, and I don't see a lot of activity on it, which is surprising to me. Who knows? And then over here, I've got my perennial salvia here. This is the spot. This is like the beach on a 100-degree day, or this is like you know, one of those popular dance clubs on the strip in the city. Like, this is the place to go. The bees, honeybees, are here all day. You can just see that they're just all over it. They love it so much. The rest in this bed, also super popular, is my buddleia, my pugster blue. This is the one that the butterfly I was chasing was on this morning, just hanging out. I think I posted a short clip of it on Insta. This one's super popular and is really doing great here, which I'm really pleased about. This is my salvia May Night, which is another perennial salvia that when it had flower stalks was really popular with the bees, but I trimmed it and I'm waiting for the new flush of growth, so there isn't a lot of activity. But yeah, look at that guy. One of those weird, what are those guys? I don't know, with the long, weird hanging legs. And then the last thing in this garden bed is the fanflower. This is another happening spot for my pollinators, particularly the honeybees. They really like it, but you can see there's a lot of other little flies and things on here that they really like it. They just crawl around this all day. So I'd say those are definitely, if you're looking to attract and support native pollinators in your yard, those are definitely clear winners. The perennial salvia, the fanflower, and the pugster blue, buddleia. Those are definitely must-haves, I would say. Let's go check the other side of the garden now. That side, I have a few winners as well as losers over there in terms of attracting the pollinators. So at first glance, I think you can see my crepe myrtles. I thought those would be, you know, the holy grail of pollination. Nope, I don't see a whole lot of activity in there. I do have another rockin' salvia over here. The hummingbirds love it. Love it, love it, love it. I have the verbena bonensis, or however you say it. It's either cake pop or meteor shower. That's the variety from Proven Winners. Not a lot of activity. I was really surprised, to be honest. I have also this verbena, which I can never remember the name of it, the Lilicina. Nothing. I mean, looking at it right now, and all my other pollinator plants are crawling with bees, and this guy's got nothing. So, I don't know. I also have the skyscraper salvia here that I thought would be more popular than it is. And over here, it's pretty quiet. And it may be because they're all over here at the coneflower. This is the spot to be. Yep, there's a couple right there. They just love the coneflower. So as this coneflower grows, this is first year plant, I will see these grow and get, you know, bigger. And as that happens, I'll support the pollinators more and more with these, which I'm pretty happy about. But yeah, here's my verbena. There's no activity here. And I don't know, is it just because the bees like the coneflower better, or maybe verbenas just aren't a good pollinator plant? Those, I think they're called umbels, the way that the flowers kind of grow flat like an umbrella. I think those are better for butterflies to land on, versus something like the coneflower really allows the bees to crawl around in on and get the nectar. And so maybe it's just a shape thing, that's why they prefer one over the other. So yeah, this is a surprise to me about what they do and don't like. So if I were to, you know, say anything, what would be the number one thing that I would recommend you plant? Well, coneflower, definitely. Yeah, coneflower, buddleia. The pugster blue is a great one, but you can also get buddleias that are huge. In my old house, I had a buddleia that, oh gosh, it was probably 12 feet tall. Now, you may not want that. A lot of people call those the second story plants because you can only really see them for the second story. They're too tall. But buddleia you can prune to shape. But that clearly is a favorite around here. So yeah, I would say those are my top plants. Buddleia, coneflower, the different varieties of salvia, the perennial salvia, the rockin series. They've got the tubular ones. There's lots of different kinds. I'd say those would be the ones. Oh, and the fanflower. Those would be my top 4 recommendations for you. Now I'm in zone 9B. That's the USDA cold zone, and I'm in sunset heat zone 9, where we have hot, dry, sunny summers, no rain, and coolish winters. So for me, those fan flowers, they may come back. We don't usually get too far below 30 degrees, rarely. The buddleia does great here year round. The coneflowers will do great for us year round. So I think if you're looking to attract pollinators to your yard, I would definitely look at how do you get those 4 varieties into your garden. Well, I hope you have a chance to go out and enjoy the pollinators in your garden today.